and in the process of empowering them, you would be destroyed. Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about hidden signs of a covert narcissist. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out new content. So we know that coverts are very different. They are narcissists, but the way how they appear on the outside is very different compared to the overt types, the grandiose types. And it's very difficult to spot the covert narcissists because they can easily blend in. They are a little shy, they appear to be a little needy, and someone who has been victimized, they will have a sad story to tell you, and you would automatically, you would feel sorry about them. Yeah. And they are a little introverted, these covert narcissists. Some of them appear to be a little coverted. So it gets almost impossible to spot them because they have that, victim card. I have been victimized by this and this. I have suffered it all. And see, I have done so much for you. And it goes on. So this is how they behave, these covert narcissists. So what are the hidden signs to look out for if you are in relationship with a covert narcissist, or if you're dealing with a covert narcissist? So the first sign is that these covert narcissists really put up a different image, on the outside about themselves. As it is, they have a lot of insecurities and they had been building castles around it to protect it. So they appear to be very different when they are out there, but when they are back home in their own space, they appear to be different. So the easy way to spot is that they have a dual face. They maintain a double identity. They appear to be very nice, very social on the outside, but when they come back, they are absolutely different. Their words, thoughts, action, nothing matches. So they are a different person in front of you, and they are a different person when they are out there in front of the others. The second sign is that when you are with a covert narcissist, your gut would say that there is something wrong, because how can it be that everything is bad? Nothing good has ever happened with this person. How can it be? And this person is not looking happy, or he doesn't ever, or she doesn't ever look happy. So what is wrong? Something doesn't add up. Yeah. So because they build up, they withhold facts, they build up such a sad story to trap you and to keep you on hook, that your gut says that there's something wrong. How can all of the misery arrive at one door? How is it even possible? So you get this gut feeling that something is not right, something is not adding up, and you feel like doing a little digging. You feel like digging and finding out as to what exactly the things are, what exactly the situation is, and how things were in the past. So because you have this feeling inside of you that these things don't add up, how can it be all bad and sad and sad? And you have this feeling of playing detective to find out that why is it so sad? Why is it so painful? Why don't they have anything good? Why isn't she saying anything good? Why isn't she being happy? So you like playing detective. Your gut tells you to find out, yeah, play Sherlock Holmes and find out what the truth is. The next sign is that these covert narcissists are terrible listeners. Their sad story should be the topic of conversation 24/7, 365 days. Yeah, they did this to me, they did this to me, I suffered a lot in order to be a good wife, I suffered a lot in order to be a good mother, I suffered a lot in order to be a good daughter. So these covert narcissists are very smart in constantly playing victim, and they are terrible listeners in general. So no matter what you try and speak to them or what you talk about, everything again goes back to their sad story. Oh no, this is not how it is. our time, we suffered a lot. You are blessed that at least I took such good care of you. Nobody took good care of me. I suffered a lot. You have got no idea. So their problem, their past story, their sad story is an award-winning story. And your real life experience, your story is not as good as theirs. Yeah, so that is how these narcissists are. So these narcissists are very terrible listeners. They won't listen. Either they'll get busy in games, or they'll start reading and they'll be a little cold. They will be non-responsive. Yeah, I'm listening. It's okay, you go on, I'm listening. Or else they are going to come up with what they have to say. Yeah, and it's all about them. Yeah, their misery, their suffering, their sad story. So yes, covert narcissists are poor listeners. The next sign that you can observe is that these covert narcissists say a thing and they do a different thing. Yeah, they'll tell you something, but they'll end up doing something else. And when you confront them and when you tell them that you told me that you're going to do this and now you have done this, they're going to say, well, I did it for the greater good. I did it for your well-being. I did it because they told me to do it. I did it because they pressurized me to do it. I did it to protect all of us. So, this is the way how they reply. So their action and their words really don't match. They might tell you that they are going to help you out with something, then they're going to get busy with their own thing. And when you'll tell them that you were supposed to help me, you did not help me, then they are going to tell you, well, I was doing all the other things for you only. Yeah, it was all for you. I got busy, but in the end, for whom am I doing all this? It's for you. So that is how, manipulative these narcissists are. They'll see a different thing upon being confronted. They are going to again spin the story. They are going to blame them, the others, or you. So they say something else, they do something else. So you really need to be quite observant, and you really need to be quite careful when you are with a covert narcissist, because they pretend to be someone who can easily be victimized. That's their way of projection. Yeah, they pretend to be very vulnerable, needy, someone who's been exploited through millennia, and someone is still carrying on, trying to someone is still moving despite of all that. So their story is all sad. I absolutely believe that everyone goes through some traumatic stage in life, but we can't stop and dwell in the past. We have to keep moving forward. So maybe 30 years back, I was beaten by my teacher and by my parents. I can't still ruminate about that. I felt bad. That's how abusive they were. And that's it. I have given closure. They were narcissists, they were toxic, they were abusive, and they did what they had to do. I can't keep on ruminating, and I can't keep on telling this story to my children and my spouse. I used to be beaten up very badly. I used to be treated very badly, and you have got no idea what I've suffered. So, all this rumination and, trying to play victim forever, it never stops. So they appear to be someone who is easily victimized, and that's how they trap. Yeah. And their way of love bombing is this search and rescue, where they tell you about all those sad things, and you develop this feeling inside of you that maybe I should go and help her, maybe I should go and rescue her, maybe I should fix her. But that rescue and fixing is never something which is permanent. They might be in some other mess, they might be in some other situation where they would expect the same out of you. Yeah. So these covert narcissists are pathological liars, and they really take their supply for granted, and they like playing victim all the time. Yeah, so there is nothing happy that you hear out of them. Either it's comparison, either it's all those bad behaviors, how world has treated them, how world has wronged them. So the basic idea behind repeating and saying all of this is that the covert wants to appear vulnerable, The covert wants to appear weak so that you can be parentified, you can take up the responsibility of the rescuer, and that's it. You are into the game with them. So yes, these covert narcissists are very complicated, and they are quite damaging. The grandiose one you can at least see, understand, but these coverts are very difficult to spot because they have that victim card, ready all the time. If you charge them, if you tell them, well, I didn't do this, somebody else forced me, I did it to please my father, I did it for them, I did it for them. So that's how these coverts are. I mean, they are smart, they're manipulative, but they know how to remain a victim throughout. They are never empowered, they can never be empowered, and in the process of empowering them, you would be destroyed. So that's how, destructive and manipulative these covert narcissists are. The next sign is that you have this feeling that you are indebted to them. Yeah, because they have their gaslighting tactics to keep you reminded, hey, I did this for you, hey, I did that for you, hey, you can't go away, you have to do something for me, that's not how things are, I did for you, now you have to do for me. So they have their way, as it is, they know how to play victim, so they have their way how to make you feel that you are indebted to whatever they have done for you, and you have to do it for them, and you just can't move on without doing anything for them. Yeah, so moving on is not allowed, and whatever you do is never enough. So the cycle goes on, you remain feeling as if you are indebted. Now I'll tell you a very interesting thing. In our Indian society, I have heard a lot of people saying that, well, you are indebted to your mother. What your mother does, you can never pay her back. No matter what you do, you cannot pay her back. I get that. If I choose to be a mother, I have to go through all that. Yeah. But I'm not going to keep reminding my child, hey, I have done this for you, payback time. I'm not going to do that. What I have gone through, I'm not going to make my child feel. Yeah, I mean, that is how a healthy individual would think. But for these coverts, no. If you have a covert mother, you're as it is destroyed. You can never be happy with your wife, you can never be happy with your spouse, you can never be happy in any relationship till the time you have your covert mother alive, your covert narcissistic mother, because they will go on guilt tripping you. I did this so much, I did so much for you, I did this for you, I did that for you. No one can, repay what I have done. You can never repay, but you have to go on paying. You need to understand, you might not ever be able to repay what she has done, but you have to go on doing what she wants you to do. And she's not going to leave any chance to keep you reminded what she has done for you. So that is how, these covert narcissists are. They are going to make you feel as if you are indebted to them and you have to, repay them. But if you repay them once, that's not enough. You have to go on repaying them throughout life. Yeah, so that is how things are with these covert narcissists. They can't talk about the dark side they have inside of them. So they hide the dirty laundry. Yes, and before I conclude, I would like to add in that these covert narcissists are going to be victim through in and throughout. When you met them, they were victim. When you were with them, they were victim. And when you leave them, they are victim. They are victim 365 days throughout life. So you really can't fix them. And that's their way of, getting you in the trap. That's their way of guilt tripping you. That's their way of manipulating you and exploiting you. So yes, you can't rescue these kind of folks, these covert narcissists. You really can't rescue them, because if you rescue them, they'll still be victims. When you get to know them more and when you confront them, then also they will be victim. When you leave them, they will be victim. So they are, in a way you can say that they are born victim. They have this victim mindset and they know very well how to use it to their advantage. So don't fall trap to such people who are, victim and who keep playing victim. Okay, once in a while it's fine. Everyone has a story. I also have a story. I was also abused and it's fine. I got over. I went no contact and that's it. I'm happy. I'm at least being myself now. I just can't go on, repeating the same thing again and again and keep telling people the same thing, how I was victimized. For how long? It gets boring. Okay, I needed to share something with people and I did share. I can't go on using that story to get me things. Hey, I've gone through this. Hey, I've gone through that. I can't go on using that, story to abuse others. Yeah. I can't use the sad story over and over again and, exploit and abuse others with the help of that sad story. I can't forever play victim and that's it. People are going to doubt. People are going to suspect that why is her misery not coming to an end? Why is her sad story not coming to an end? So it becomes a very chronic thing, with these covert narcissists. No matter what you do, they are never happy, they are never satisfied, and they are victim forever. And they're going to keep you reminded that you are indebted to them and you have to do what they want you to do. Yeah, so that is all about covert narcissism. Yeah, so in case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. And don't ignore the red flags and stay away from narcissists. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.